Hey, it's the Terminian Hero here, and we're playing some more Ape Escape on the Loose. We're going to the Lost Land Primordial Ooze. Or are we?
Spike! A new gadget is almost ready!
The water net lets you shoot underwater. Try it out in the training facility before you beam out. Remember, if you fail to clear the training level, you won't be able to advance to the next level. Good luck.
So yeah, we're actually going to a training level for a new gadget, and you always automatically go to the training area once you get the new gadget, which means that we're really never going to have any reason to go to the gadget trainer. So that one visit we had there is going to be the only one. The water net can be used when you enter the water. Use the analog stick to swim around. Come out of the water by jumping when you get close to the surface. Use the X button to jump. To speed up, hold down the X button when you're in the water. It's a blast to swim so fast, isn't it? I actually wasn't paying any attention to that at all, so I'm gonna have to figure the controls out on my own, I guess. Okay, I think I got it. Look at the sign on your left, Spike. It tells you about a cool new way you can move the analog stick. If you want to dive deep down, just press the R button. You know, if you press the analog stick and the L button, you'll be able to swim back up to the surface. Dive using the R button, press the L button to head back up, dive under the waterfall to find a passage. That's not really a new way to use the analog stick. The whole reason that this is even here is because in the original version of the game, the new way of using the analog stick was to push it down like a button, but you don't do that on the PSP version. And it's interesting how they still kind of tried. Okay, you can speed up if you hold down X, but yeah, it's interesting how they still kind of like tried to keep that analog stick thing in there, even though you really don't do anything special with it in this version. Press the circle, triangle, or square button to cast the water net. Now you'll be able to catch the monkeys in the water, see? There's a monkey in the pool. Net him using the circle, triangle, or square button. An exit will appear. Try it out and you'll see. By the way, the professor's name is officially Dr. Ozzel. And that's on those kind of doors are the only time you ever see his actual name in the whole series. Also, in this version of the game, catching monkeys in the water is gonna be a nightmare. I specifically remember this one monkey in, I believe, World 3, like level 2 of World 3, that right near the start, that was like a nightmare to get. And it's gonna be fun when you see me try to get it. Oh boy. And that's the end. You did it, Spike. Don't forget you can press the X button to zoom through the water. You can use the water net after you've jumped in the water. It'll be your lucky charm when you do. Now normally you have to equip a gadget to the square, triangle, or circle button, but this is the one gadget where you don't have to do that. It just automatically equips itself when you get in the water, and automatically unequips itself when you get out. So capture 4 out of 6 monkeys, and there's 1 Spectre coin to get. But more importantly than all that, is that this level has a plesiosaurus. Look at that guy swimming around. I love a good plesiosaurus. Wait, Spike, you can dive using the R button, but keep an eye on your oxygen meter when you do. You'll drown if the meter shows your tank is out of oxygen. Head for the surface when you need to fill up. Press the X button to swim quickly. Push circle, triangle, or square to cast the water net. Now you go get those monkeys. Alright, let's go get this guy. I almost got him before he ran away. We'll get that guy later. For now, I want to get the Spectre coin that's down here under the water. Here's our plesiosaurus friend. And I love him. I think this is the guy we were chasing before. That enemy is a Zuka. He will spit stuff out at you. In the original Ape Escape, I don't remember using my stun club very often to stun monkeys. But the controls for this version are just so awkward that I find that I need to a lot of the times. Jump on a tree with the X button, then go up and down using the analog stick. Not afraid of heights, are you, Spike? Have you tried two-step jumping? Press the X button, then press it again while you are still in the air to do a two-step jump. With the two-step jump, you'll be able to reach higher places. Just press the X button and then press the X once more while airborne. Hit each other there. Another awkward thing about the way this game controls is that in the original game, or in most Ape Escape games actually, your stun club is default set to triangle at the start of the game, and your net is default to the X button. Well, you can't have gadgets set to the X button in this game, so there might be a lot of times where I accidentally jump instead of use my net. So that's awkward. Hold down the L button to go to panoramic view. Try it now. Look all around you using the directional buttons. Press L once more to return to normal view. Next, let me teach you about the rear camera. Press the L button lightly to move the camera behind your back. Use it to quickly see where you are headed. So yeah, L's for the camera. We saw a monkey up there, but we're not going to be getting him because the level's going to end once we get like 1 or 2 more monkeys. Another thing about this version's controls that I have a hard time with is that in the original game you could equip your gadgets before using them. But in this one, the moment you equip them, you use them. That's just an issue with this game not having as many buttons, or rather having one less control stick. But that's something to get used to also. You can get into crawling position by pressing the L button, then you can sneak up on the monkeys without being noticed. When crawling, you can also cast the time net using the assigned button. Sneak up and catch the monkeys off guard. Yeah, so crawling makes you more sneaky, and you're even more sneaky if you curl up into a ball like this, but then you can't move. So we'll just head up here. I would have my net out already, but again, this version's controls are weird, so I'm not getting my net out until I get up to him now. If I would have tried to get my net out when it was over here, then it would have swung and it would have scared him. So I have to keep in mind that I can't just switch my gadgets whenever I want without consequences. And there's this guy in the water. Please. My oxygen meter is going down. There we go. I have such a hard time with the water net on this version. It's ridiculous. I don't know why either. It seems like it would control better in this version, but it just, I can't do it for some reason. Another interesting thing to note, they made Natalie seem younger in this version of the game, which I think is because in the original version of Ape Escape 1, Natalie seemed like an older teenager, whereas Spike looked the way he does now, and then in Ape Escape 2, Spike looked like he grew up a bit, but Natalie still looked the same age, so yeah, in this version, I think they wanted to retcon her age a bit so that they were both young in this time period, and they both grew up in the time that it took to get to Ape Escape 2. So we could go back to Primordial Ooze and get the rest of the monkeys, but I'm gonna actually save that for much, much later. And you'll see why later. So we're gonna move on to the last level of the Lost Land, Molten Lava. Gotta get 4 out of 7 monkeys and 1 Spectre coin. I mean, we don't need the Spectre coin to beat the level, but we're gonna try to get that Spectre coin. Out of the 7 monkeys here, I'm pretty sure that there's only 1 that we can't get right now. But again, we're only gonna get 4, because that'll just finish the level. And I don't want to get the rest of them until we've gotten pretty darn far in the game. For reasons you'll see later. All around you are steep cliffs. If you fall off, you're finished. Be extremely careful along the edges. Use the directional buttons or L button to move your view around. Use this method to check out your surroundings. So let's defeat these enemies. You want to defeat as many enemies as you can if you want to get them in the enemy book. The triangular chips scattered all around are called energy chips. Gather up 100 of them. Gathering up 100 of them will bring you good luck. I pressed the wrong button. Was there anything else she had to say? No, there wasn't. I pressed circle instead of X the first time. Now in here will be something a little interesting. No, that door is in the way, so it's impossible to go further. Is turning back the only option? You should be able to see the red switch that opens the gate. Use the L button to check it out in panoramic view. Hang on, to set off switches that are far away, you need to have a special gadget. And we do not have the gadget we need to hit that switch from here, so we're just gonna have to leave. So here they're actually telling you that there are some monkeys that you can't get right away, unlike on the first level where they just didn't tell you for some reason. So of course there's always a secret behind the waterfall. And there's another monkey over here, and I accidentally jumped instead of using my net. But I managed to quickly get the monkey anyways. Yeah, so those guys are basically the Goombas of this game, and those green plants we saw earlier that shoot at you are basically the piranha plants of these games. Or of this game, rather. These enemies don't appear in the other Ape Escape games. So here we got our Spectre coin. And we've got a couple more monkeys to get. First of all... Oh my gosh, please. We can actually get up here. And there should be another monkey around this way. Once again, by the waterfall. I guess it's holding 2 secrets. Every part of the waterfall shall have a secret. And finally, there's a pretty cool area back in that cave, as this level is called Molten Lava, but guess what? We're not going to be seeing it for a long time, because we're going to be getting this monkey in here. That pterodactyl tried to pick us up, and yeah, he's going to do it now, and he drops you on this slope over here. So when I said this monkey, you didn't actually see a monkey there, but you might notice that there's a little eggshell that's shaking. That's because there's a monkey under there. And he's going to go from eggshell to eggshell while this pterodactyl tries to pick us up. Oh, hey, I shook loose. I didn't know you could do that. Because in the PlayStation 1 version of the game, I never get caught by this guy. Ah, come on. And there we go. That was a bit of a pain, but we did it.
Pretty good.
Thank you, young Natalie. I said I would start skipping those cutscenes at some point. Maybe I should actually do that. And anyways, that will be about it for this video. In the next video, we've got a new time period to go to. We have finished the Lost Land, and next time we will be going to the Mysterious Age, Thick Jungle. I'm the Terminian Hero, and I will see you then.